Sometimes people wonder how long will it take our house to double in value. Like if we pay $200,000 for a house, with inflation, eventually it'll make up to $400,000. Well, if it grows at the same amount all the time, for example, you put money in the bank and it grows at 5% monthly, how long will it take to double? So what's these numbers again? P is how much money you start with, how much you end up with, the rate, how often it's compounded, and how long it's going to take as time. So we don't know time. Anytime you're solving for an exponent, you're going to have to switch to a log. And if I don't see that step and you have the right answer, you get a 0 on that one. All right, so how much money are we starting with? $5,000. How much money are we going to end up with? Well, it's doubling, so just take 5,000 and double it. $10,000. 1 plus the rate is 5%, so that's 0.05. Monthly is how many times a year? 12. Ends up there also 12, and we don't know how long it's going to take. Okay, on these kind of problems, if you know A and P, you will always divide them first. Do not distribute the 5,000. You can't distribute it because it has an exponent. Always divide this into that. 5,000 and 10,000 is 2. And I can do this parenthesis, though, on my calculator, which I left in the other room. I'll be right back with my calculator. All right, so go ahead and do, if you have your calculator, do what's inside the parentheses. And you don't need to write the parentheses. So 1 plus fraction, 0.05 over 12. There we are. 1 plus 0.05 over 12 equals 241 over 240. Now, if you make it a decimal, it would be in 1.0041666666. There, you can see it. It's much easier to type the fraction, and the fraction will give you the exact answer. If you use the decimal, it'll be real close, but it'll be a little bit off because you round it off. All right, and this is in parentheses now, and it's raised to the 12t. I have no idea what t is. Well, actually I do, but you might not. So how do we solve for t? If you're solving for an exponent, you have to switch to a log. And what is our base going to be? Whatever has the exponent. The fraction has an exponent, so our base is this fraction. A weird fraction. 241 over 240 of log base that of 2 equals 12t. Now that 2 I wrote a little too high. It's not an exponent. It's log base this of 2. So I'll type that in. Now it's easier to just type 241 divided by 240. That's easier than hitting the fraction. But if you hit the fraction button, that's okay. Let's see. 241 divided by 240. And then in the other box, I'm going to put a 2. I got 106 66.7. I'm not going to write the whole decimal because I left it on the calculator. Now I'm just going to divide by 12. It's going to take 13.9 years, or about 14 years for that money to double in the bank. There will probably be one of these problems on the test that says to double. It may be monthly, it may be daily. If it's daily, you put 365.